Welcome to a special edition of 2K TV.
The wait is almost over. We are just days away from 2K Day and the launch of NBA 2K21.
And if you can't wait, you can get early access to the NBA 2K21 demo right now. Here's how you get started.
The NBA 2K21.
The blue line making its way. And let's go.
Well, game.
I like that story, David, and a good attitude. Great job. Thank you so much. As we get a break in the action, now let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Boston. Right now, they're locked into third place in the conference, looking to get a high seed for the playoffs.
And, you know, for Boston, they must have reached every goal they set for themselves this season. For them to be this high in the standings this late in the season, what an accomplishment.
Yeah, Greg, and early in the year, maybe they were catching some teams by surprise, but now everybody knows how strong they are, and they're still rolling along.
The starters for the Portland Trailblazers. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. And it's Anthony in at the small forward. And for Boston, Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And look, a tough rookie season for Zach Collins, but boy, he's bounced back much better in terms of shooting, showing why he was taken in the top 10 back in 2017.
Here's Walker. The offensive rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
McCollum against Brown. It's stolen by Tice. And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way and finish off by Brown.
Look to Brown. Brown can beat you down the floor, then finish the play.
And you look at Collins, able to protect the rim and space the floor offensively.
And fits that modern template for an NBA center. Time will tell how good he can be, but he's already making an impact.
Now here's Walker. 11 points for him in that last game against Milwaukee. Inside. Here's Tice. The shot that time, not on target. And it's Portland the other way. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies. Anthony's shot is off.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Oh, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
Now here's McCollum. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22.
Oh, man, as good of a shooter as he is, it drives him crazy to miss a wide-open 3 like that.
For Portland, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Over in the corner, Lillard. Over Walker. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
You expect him to make those. They've got to do more to get a hand in his face next time.
Tatum with it. He's picked up by Collins. There's Brown with the 3. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. It's stolen by Brown. It's tipped. Here's Tice. A big dunk at the end of the break.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers, trailing by 2. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Walker against Lillard. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Yes, you've been a commentator for the NBA Vegas Summer League. Amazing how much that event has grown.
Oh, how about this year? The Chinese, the Croatian national team. I mean, come on. It's just this is a global game, and we're bringing all of them to Vegas to let fans go up in there and watch them and watch rookies at a young, early age and see the best players. I mean, this is awesome. You got to love how forward-thinking the NBA is. This is really cool.
It is. They've been hanging in there.
And a chance here to jump on top.
Here's Whiteside. That's in there. Anthony with the assist.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Here's Little following the bucket by the Celtics. And Lillard gets double teamed. Now here's Little. He's covered by Cantor. Lillard attacking. Can't hit from in close.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
And that one, good.
Oh, nice look there from Smart, finding the open man.
Trailblazers trail by 4. Cullen passes to Lillard. It's good from long range.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Boston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And so the ball out of bounds. McCollum catched it last.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
But just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Williams, he's checked in for Cantor. Williams comes in for Jason Tatum. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Walker. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Trent. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Here's Williams. That one goes in.
The assist is the key to that sequence. I mean, a great look to set him up.
Got it off in time. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Celtics lead by 3. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. Gordon Hayward reunited with his college coach, Brad Stevens.
Our relationship started when I was in high school. He came to my
And I'm sure, Greg, that relationship played a big role in Hayward deciding to join the Boston Celtics.
And not just a connection, but a respect. Hayward now a veteran in this league, while Stevens has moved into the conversation for one of the better young coaches in our league.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
Smart and Brown outside on the wings. Williams is out there with Williams. And it's Wanamaker in at the point. That's the Boston 5. Now here's Whiteside. He's coming off a 16-point game against Memphis.
And not only that, I mean, if you think about it, he dominated the boards. His energy was incredible. He never stopped working.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
And it's Brown missing.
I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
The pass to Whiteside. Got a piece of it. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. Here's Brown. Count that bucket. Brown's got 6.
They tailored their offense around him. And let me tell you, he loves playing in this system.
Simons, the pass to Trent. And Portland with another turnover here. We've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Cantor.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
Now here's Brown. He's got 6. Here's Smart. Great touch on the 16-footer. And it's an 8-point Boston lead.
Oh, the mid-range game, a lost art. Nice bucket by Smart. And the Blazers, one of the best offenses in the league. I mean, their guards can make most any shot. And they've got some glass eaters to chase down any misses.
Hazonia with the ball. He's guarded by Williams. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Brown. Lillard from outside. Portland no good that time either. And the Blazers rely on their guard in McCollum and Lillard to generate, Chris, a lot of their offense.
You're sometimes right, Kevin, and it can even be to a fault at times. I mean, they need more offense from their front court. Guys who can pound the ball inside and generate some easy offense around the rim.
Boston making some changes. Enes Kanter comes in for Robert Williams. And Daniel Tice subbed in for Williams.
At 6'4", 220 pounds, Marcus Smart might be the most physically imposing point guard in the league, especially with his fiery approach to the game.
Now here's McCollum. He's still scoreless so far in this one. That's a 2 from Lillard. The step-back jumper is good. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. It's stolen by Anthony. And Lillard kicks to Collins. Back to Lillard. It's stolen by Tice. Hayward on the wing. Covered by Anthony. The putback. It's good on the putback. Hayward's got the lead up to 11 now for the Celtics.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Nurkic the best to Lillard. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
He hit that 1 3-pointer in the first quarter. Still none so far here in the second.
And Wanamaker gets it to go.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And until he starts knocking down some shots, I don't think the deficit's going to get me some.
And the 4-year, $196 million Supermax extension signed by Damian Lillard this offseason. Dame Dollar living up to one of his many nicknames, but money well spent by the Blazers. When he was drafted.
And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Got a piece of it and stolen by Lillard. And here we go, Trailblazers with a fast break and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Wow, the speed of Lillard, so masterful at making decisions in the fast break situations.
Here's Smart. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. That's a 2 from Lillard, kept alive.
Well, a big reason Nurkic impacts games is for that ability right there, staying active on the glass at both ends, converting the second chances.
A shot by Hayward, wide open, good, and Smart gets the assist. Hayward's got his second basket of the night.
This offense just continues to impress.
Here's Lillard, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
Lillard is phenomenal at penetrating to the bucket. With his speed, athleticism, difficult to slow down. Tice passes to Kanter. Shoots over Nurkic. Oh, he nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
He's showing he has the ability.
Marcus Smart, he's feeling it tonight and has been a driving force for Boston. He puts a...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Rick. We saw Marcus Smart lighting it up in the first half. He had 13 points, 2 assists. And that's a wrap.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. And you know, Marcus Smart has been really making it happen.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Here's who Jerry Stotts is starting the second half with. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3 slot. And Collins has got the ball here for the Portland Trail Blazers. 15-point game.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
League has cracked down C-Webb on flagrants. He's leaving the bench. Do you think we need to be as strict about it as we've been?
Oh, I love the attention to detail the league is given on flagrants. So you don't want the flagrants of the past. My friend Kevin McHale, he says Rampus just ran into his elbow. That wasn't even a flagrant foul on that play, if anybody remembers that old play that I'm talking about back in the Celtics-Laker days. But how about today? My thing, Kevin, is just don't call a ticky-tack a flagrant. I think we all know what a flagrant is. Let's keep the new flagrants as flagrants and no flopping. If you flop, no flagrants. Games are too important. You don't want that flagrant one, flagrant two, a shot and the ball. It can change the momentum of the game. I think the league and the refs are doing a great job. Let's just not let those ones that aren't flagrant sneak in there because of flopping.
And Chris, what about players leaving the bench when there's something going on?
I'll tell you what, the league has always been great about that. And now what's funny is if you watch the games, there's an assistant coach that is designated just when he sees a scuffle on the floor. His only job is to run to the end of the bench and stand at the line with his arms out so no player can cross him. So not only is the league taking steps, not only are players mindful of it, but now you have an assistant coach. His only job is to stand up there and to be an obstacle so that no players can step that foot across the line. It changes series. It causes big fights. It puts fans in harm's way. We just don't need it.
Williams, he's checked in for Daniel Tice. Portland also making some changes. Whiteside's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Mario Hezonja comes in for Zach Collins. And it's Simons in for McCullough. Yep, that one goes.
That's how to make things look easy for a teammate. I mean, you make passes like that one from Lillard, crazy.
And slam dunk by Tatum.
He gives up a lot of size to most other power forwards, but not too many of them can fly like he can.
Good work there as it goes. And the Celtics lead by 21.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Well, they're playing well as a unit, taking shots they know they can make and building this lead.
Moves on moves. That's Jason Tatum.
I mean, this guy's a natural isolation scorer. Jab steps, crossovers, turnarounds, fadeaways. He's got an awful lot in his bag.
And the Celtics making a change here. Williams is checked in. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Trent's checked in.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Trailblazers trail by 21. Here's Simons. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And a look now at the Boston Celtics' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll take on John Wall and the Washington Wizards. And then on Sunday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Chicago against the Bulls.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You've got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
Little, he's checked in for Damian Lillard. Williams with the steal. Back to Tatum. It's stolen by Little. Unhindered, going all the way.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
Brown finds Tatum. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
No, Brown is just fearless, Kevin. I mean, especially when it comes to going right into the contact.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Enes Kanter's checked in for Robert Williams. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Walker. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Zach Collins checked in for Mario Hezonja. And Carmelo Anthony is subbed in for Little. Whiteside, great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, and the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
Stolen by Kanter. Smart kicks to Tatum. Back to Smart. Celtics passing it around. Tatum passes to Kanter. And here is Tatum. 5 to shoot over Anthony. Anthony with the block. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Gets a hand on it.
And Melo, a skilled shooter. If he gets a clean look,
you expect him to make it.
Down low, here's Tatum. Pass to Cannon. On the wing, Williams. Over in the corner, Brown. Tatum dishes to Smart. Brown kicks to Smart. Let's go. Here's Cantor. Portland grabs the miss. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Here's Trent. Stolen by Smart. It's tipped. Lobs it up for Cantor. Over in the corner, Brown. And the dunk by Brown.
You gotta love how Brown finishes strong, driving fast and hard to the cup for the rim rocking Shazam.
Here's Trent. And Cantor pulls it down. Celtics leading by 17. Here's Tatum. And slam dunk by Tatum.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, our man is going for the jugular.
Anthony finds Collins. Right side the bounce pass. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Celtics out in front, up 19. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. Now let's listen into the huddle of Brad Stevens.
We're playing play to play, okay? Great job.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. A moment now to reset the lineups brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. On the floor for Boston, Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Then there's Daniel Tice. Then there's Smart, and it's Wanamaker in the point. A nice shot by Tatum.
I mean, you see the strength of Tatum already, broad shoulders, able to make shots through contact.
Lillard from outside, and Tatum pulls it down.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often. Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
Three-pointer, and Wanamaker gets it to go.
I love Hayward's activity and anticipation, and then the precision pass.
Pulls it from the elbow. Kicks it out to Lillard. And there's the call on Gordon Hayward. That's his first foul. Williams is checked in for Boston. Kemba Walker comes in for Brad Wanamaker.
Robert Williams. Kemba Walker.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Sinks the three-pointer.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That's foul number 2 for him. Off the inbound, and Walker gets it to go on the assist by Williams. And that's now 10 points for Kemba Walker. Great value in rim protection, Chris. Talk about some of the characteristics that you have seen and you use yourself in being a good shot blocker.
Well, your reputation precedes you as a shot blocker. So as a shot blocker, you've already blocked enough shots that everyone knows, hey, I'm Rudy Gobert. Don't come in here unless you want to get that shot swatted out of the way. My name's Joel Embiid. Did you see my highlights of last game? So really what I'm saying is a shot blocker is always in your thought process. I still have nightmares about Mutombo. Oh, come on, let's go to the next. Go to the next one, please. Come on. Get off shot blockers.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Out to Anthony. Lillard against Walker. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Lock at 6. And Lillard gets it to go. Lillard's got 11 points here in just the second half. And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Celtics. Tice finds Walker. To the middle. Takes it from 10. Tice, no good.
Not the guy you expect to be missing a bunny.
Left side, Collins. Lillard outside. Walker against Nurkic. Here's Lillard. Wide open shot is on the money. Lillard's got 9 points in the quarter.
I love how Lillard takes the initiative on offense. I mean, Kev, he's a creative and talented guard who's been absolutely on fire.
Tice kicks to Hayward. The Celtics working the ball around now. Walker taking his time here. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Lillard. Lays it up and banks it in. Lillard's got 27.
Love seeing Lillard work it in close. I mean, he has the skills to convert at a high rate.
Doubled by McCollum and stolen by Lillard.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Boston.
We got to see a display of offensive prowess in this one that got it done. High-scoring game.
Bucket after bucket. They were really in attack mode all game long.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with 1 game left against this squad.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Marcus Smart.
He had a hand in just about everything they did tonight. I mean, he just didn't take a single possession off on either end. He was a complete package.
The tray. Collins grabs the miss. The Blazers on offense. They're on a 17-7 run. Nurkic kicks to Collins. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Collins dishes to Lillard. Shoots over Walker. And that one goes long. Boston with the ball. They lead by 11. He feeds it to Williams. Out to Hayward. Pass to Tice. With the shot. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, the game got away from them, but hopefully they've learned some things, and hopefully they'll be able to make some adjustments next time.
Back to Williams. Looking for Hayward. He gets it there. Beyond the arc. No good. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. Some good competition, but all right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us.
Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers and test your build in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, and it's my player picking up the assist.
And if you're not feeling one of your builds, you have the ability to make 6 total builds and play 1 test game for each one.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting 5.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
It's NBA basketball on payday. The players love him. Thank you, David. And the Clippers starting 5. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Paul George. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3.
And I just love the aggressiveness from George, just slicing apart the defense with that terrific ability to penetrate.
Trying to attack the heart of that defense with great teamwork.
Well, Smitty, we're coming down the stretch here. Talk about the mental toughness needed to finish a season strong.
You know, I think you got to have that. Everybody talk about the game physically, guys making shots. And we all know there's some teams and players, they all do that well. But who's the tough team that can get through the tough times? That's when you see the teams that can get over the hump and you start to say, I like that team.
So it's the Clippers now, after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Kicks it out to Leonard, uncovered. Rebound by Nurkic.
Woo, the defense gets away with a late rotation. That's a shot he normally makes.
And that's a special play coming from the 1 spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo-wee.
Off his foot, and it's being called a kickball. Lillard finds McCollum. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Here's Collins. Lays it up off the glass. Collins has got his second basket of the game.
And early on, they look great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Morris with the bucket.
I mean, beautiful execution of the game plan offensively. So far, they are hitting 80% from the field.
Now here's Lillard. He's coming off a 25-point game against Memphis.
Awesome form on the triple. Lillard with textbook technique.
Collins dishes to Nurkic. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Right side, Collins. He can't get that one, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's George. Finished off the break. George has got 6 points.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
Now, here's Collins. Stats on him, he's averaging 9 points a game.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Leonard, no luck.
Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end, he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
George against McCollum. Anthony kicks to Lillard. 1:41 left here in the first quarter. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. A different look now for Portland. Hassan Whiteside comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Little in for Zach Collins. Green, he's checked in for the Clippers. Williams comes in for Patrick Beverley. Leonard finds George. Back to Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George. 7 points for Kawhi Leonard.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
Hold on!
You got to buckle up on that one.
He's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Now, here is Morris. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Lillard outside. Here's McCollum. Williams with the block. And now the Clippers on the break. Here's Leonard. Poke loose.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
Passed a little. McCollum outside. Just 5 on the clock. Little passes to McCollum. Right side trying to break free. And McCollum the bucket on the assist by Little.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Morris with the bucket.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Here's McCollum. Here's Anthony. Another shot. And again, it's Portland converted. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Here's Williams. And so lots of scoring in that competitive. Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014.
My inspiration really came from my mother, you know.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And taking a look at the Trail Blazers' performance here, boys, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
You can do everything else right, but if you fail to take care of the defensive glass, you're killing your chances.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court right now for the Trail Blazers. Hazonia at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little, and it's Simons in at the point guard position. Jackson passes to Williams. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Williams has got his second bucket tonight.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, we know about Lou Williams' story. The 3-time Sixth Man of the Year may be undersized, but he keeps finding angles to score. Williams said, "I can't shoot straight up. I've always played crooked. It's weird, but it's something I've developed, fading away from guys. I have bigger defenders on me, and it's just about creating space." Kevin, even well into his 30s, Lou Will still does it as well as anybody.
I would totally agree, David. He is always deadly. Thank you. The Clippers shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
And not too long ago, Reggie Jackson signed a 5-year, $80 million deal. A lot of pressure on him to earn that money.
Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Little. And then for Los Angeles, Ivica Zubats has checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Lou Williams.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
And Portland making a change here. Collins is checked in. Hazonia, the pass to Trent. Here's Simons, defended by Beverly. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Well, we've got a second, so we'll bring up a list of shooting guards that have been red hot at the free throw line over the past month. You take a look at Shamet, one of the league's best, 3rd in free throw percentage.
And this is a set of players that can drive and slash, hoping to draw contact, because if they can get to the bucket and the foul, it's going to be a 3-point play the hard way.
Give them all credit for the work they put in to become such great free throw shooters. Trust me, it takes a lot of work to shoot those kinds of percentages. A big key to the Clippers' recent surge, the development of Montrezl Harrell. His activity and his ability to score have been infectious for this team, and he also can be very intimidating.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why, lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
Here's Simons. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Trent. Nurkic. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
You know what it is? That's good advanced scouting. They knew what they were in for, and they were ready.
And the Clippers getting Harrell in that Chris Paul deal. Turned out to be a decent trade for both teams.
You're totally right. The Rockets already had Capella. Harrell was sort of a redundant in terms of skill set. And you can only have one rim runner on the floor before you began to compromise spacing.
Here's Jackson. The Blazers getting the bucket. Shamet the pass to Zubac. Nurkic with the steal. Passes to Simons. Kicks it to Nurkic. There's the pass to Trent. The dish to Collins. Nurkic trying to get open. Great tee that time from Green. Clippers leading by 4. Ball stolen. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Here's Simons. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Brooklyn Nets. Then on Saturday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And the matchup against the Nuggets, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Marcus Morris is checked in for Jermichael Green. Paul George comes in for Landry Shamet. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. And so here's Portland following the miss by Marcus Morris from deep. Cullen passes to Simons. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to McCollum. Pass to Simons. Here's Collins. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Williams finds George. And George with the stuff.
And hustle paying off there for George in the open court. Gets up court in a flash and finishes before the D can even react.
Here's Anthony. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And that'll do it for the first half of competitive games. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets under.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Some good action during the period as it. And that'll do it.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Without question, George is displaying his skills today.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's George in at the 2-guard spot. And Collins is right there.
The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
Morris with the bucket. Steve, we've heard Commissioner Adam Silver broach the idea of a mid-season tournament. How that would be structured, I don't know. But do you think that could possibly work?
Well, I think it's a possibility, Kevin. One, I think you definitely have to have the season shortened to 75 games, 68 games. I think you have to do it on the back end of the All-Star break because we know so much as far as the calendar. When can you fit this in? Maybe 3 or 4 days after the All-Star game during that week. Expand that time off of maybe 3 or 4 days. It's possible.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
Whiteside's checked in for Portland. Now, here's Collins. 8 points for him. Lillard against Beverly. Good on that shot. And with that, the Los Angeles leads cut down to 4 on the bucket from Damian Lillard. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. Morris with the bucket.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Leonard brings the double team. McCollum kicks to Anthony. Portland moving the ball around. There's the feed to Whiteside. Kicks it out to Lillard. Over Beverly. Outside Anthony. A 3-ball. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And Portland making a change here. Trent's checked in. Green, he's checked in for the Clippers. Landry Shamet comes in for Marcus Morris. Pass to Shamet. Left side, George. And Anthony sends it back. Here's Trent. The shot's good. Trent's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Leonard finds Beverly. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle. And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And the layup's good off the glass. Leonard's got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Trent passes to Anthony. Lets it go from deep. Portland with a new 14. Kicks it out to Lillard. Off target from outside. Clippers leading by 8. And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That is his first foul of the game. Williams, he's checked in for the Clippers. Reggie Jackson comes in for Patrick Beverly. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. Now we have a moment to see the best rebounding teams in the league. The Clippers 3rd.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
Leonard against Collins. Leonard the pass to Green. Now here's Shamet. From deep. Damian Lillard grabs the loose ball. Here's Trent. It's rebounded by Leonard. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the 3rd quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Trailblazers trail by 8. To the paint, here's Trent, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
The problem is your opponent is making big plays as well. I'll be curious to see the response.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Whiteside. Izanya comes in for Collins. Little, he's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Leonard with the steal. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Nurkic with the block.
It's been a rough quarter for him. Can't seem to find any kind of rhythm.
Fires the 3. Trent can't hit. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Whistle blows, but that's going to be a travel. McCollum's checked in for Portland. Morris is checked in for Los Angeles. And for Portland, they're shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Here's McCollum. Great D that time from Green.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Now here's Leonard. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Quick off the floor for these offensive rebounds. Green's 7'2" wingspan. It helps him snatch them.
Simons surveying the D. Here's Trent. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits at May. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. At the 2 and the 3, McCollum and Little. Whiteside is out there with Nurkic, and it's Simons in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Now here's Leonard. Out to Morris. Outside Jackson. Leonard on the wing. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Passes it to Whiteside. Feeds it to Little. And it's Little finishing it off.
Great patience from the young big man. The game slowing down for Whiteside. You can see that.
Williams finds Zubats. Unloads. Nurkic with the block. And Zubats picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Little. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Landry Shamit's checked in for Leonard. Now the pass to Simons. Portland moving the ball around. Anthony dishes to Whiteside. 5 on the clock. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. No good on the 3. Clippers leading by 8. Jackson kicks to Morris. Back to Jackson. Shamet on the wing. Fires the 3. And another 3 for the Clippers.
He is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
I mean, defensively, if you have any hope of coming back in this game, you can't afford to give him those looks.
Offensive rebound. A second chance effort. Whiteside, good.
Are you serious? Whiteside doing major damage on the offensive glass.
The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Shamet the pass to Jackson. And again, it's the Clippers from deep. Some terrific NBA players right now out of Michigan State. Smitty, we know that's your alma mater. Which of those guys do you enjoy watching the most?
Kevin, I really enjoy watching all of them because I've got a close relationship with all our Michigan State Spartans. Gary Harris, Draymond Green, Jaren Jackson Jr., Bryn Forbes, Denzel Valentine, and the list goes on. I love because I watch them and I know they're going to come out and play extremely hard because of Tom Izzo and the Michigan State brand of basketball.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Now here's Anthony. He dishes it to Whiteside. And it's Shamet with the rebound. Here's Williams. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game.
The thing about Lou Williams, he sort of glides around, then suddenly he hits the turbojets.
Here is Whiteside. Anthony. And too long on the shot. Zubats kicks to Shamet.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Pass to Whiteside, and the jam by Whiteside.
So many of Whiteside's points, they come on dunks.
Williams finds Jackson. Morris with the ball. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. From downtown, rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Anthony. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Clippers.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And so checking out their season record, this game will become their 45th win.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Kawhi Leonard.
You know, he was flying around on both ends of the floor. Terrific energy and enthusiasm, and that rubbed off on his teammates. I thought he was a catalyst tonight.
The Clippers need to get off a shot. No good from Zubac. And Collins has got the ball here for Portland. It's a 14-point game. They throw good. McCollum. And so McCollum nails both of them. 27 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Patterson against Collins. Patterson passes to Mann. Williams with a clean look. Off target with his three. Collins kicks to Anthony. Inside, taken away by Williams. From deep three-point range, misses. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks.
can't wait to get started in the NBA 2K21 demo, get my player started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
Yeah, I was gonna talk about the Lakers, but then you bring up that argument, and I really don't have any.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Morris.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Hayward at small forward, with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Tice in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Los Angeles, they've got Paul George. Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. Brent, talk about the length of the season. Commissioner Silver is also considering proposals to shrink the season. What do you think?
I think it'd be interesting, and I'm not sure financially how the league goes back from an 82-game season and ticket sales and revenue and television and how they kind of unwind what it is they've agreed to. But 70 games to me in terms of the competition, Kevin, in terms of the elevated play of the star players on a nightly basis, the fact that you probably get stars to appear in every game and not be sat out for load management and things like that, I think overall it'd be pretty healthy.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. Brown finds Tatum. It's stolen by Morris. And now the fast break. George with the ball. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. Rejected by Walker. Hayward goes in, and that one is good.
And the skills of Brown, not just a super athlete, but a tremendous floor general as well.
And George kicks to Leonard. The pass to Morris. Back to Leonard. Leonard on the wing for the 3. The shot misses. So the Celtics will take it the other way. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks. Back to Hayward. Paul George with the steal. Stolen by Walker. For the finish. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
Now, here is George. Leonard, no luck.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Walker, the putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those are exactly the kinds of plays that can spark a team. Just solid work down in the paint.
Leonard against Hayward. Zubac's with it. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Clock is at 3. A 3 from Morris. Walker with some nice D. Celtics on offense. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. And slam dunk by Tatum.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, dominant so far. That's the responsibility of the starters. Now let's see if everybody else who plays in this game makes the same kind of high-level contributions.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Nice ball movement by Boston. Pulls it up. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Tatum's got 7 points in the game.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Leonard. A 23-point game for him in the win against Golden State. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Leonard's got his second basket of the night.
Hard to deny Leonard when he gets in that close to the rim. Too many ways for him to get creative to score.
Brown finds Walker. To the inside. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Here's Walker, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Hayward can't hit.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
Up again. It's good on the putback.
And you'd like to see more of this from Marcus. Attack that offensive glass and generate some points outside of those set plays.
Brown the pass to Hayward. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for Boston. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with them. Back to the action after this word. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And for the Celtics here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Yeah, hopefully the opposition can recover, because that first quarter defensively was unbelievable, just crippling defense.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Williams is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Landry Shamet. And it's Green in at the center position. Over in the corner, Williams. Out to Morris. Williams against Smart. Williams dishes to Morris. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
An efficient score inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves.
Here's Tatum. Cantor trying to free himself up. Tatum's shot is off. And Morris has got the ball here for Los Angeles. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Lou Williams won 6th Man of the Year for the 3rd time last season. He joined Kevin McHale and Detlef Schrempf as the only players to win the award in consecutive seasons. And with the most career points ever scored off the bench, maybe they should just name this award after him. Kevin?
David, I'm all for it. Thank you so much. And boy, is he in good company. It'll go. The Boston lead is cut down now to just 6 in the basket from Jackson. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
Williams, he's checked in for Williams. Morris passes to Shamet. Over Tatum. It's tipped. Morris against Williams. And it's Williams finishing it off.
Like the execution there from Cantor. Usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
They kick it out to Green. Lets it go with the 3. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Green's got himself on the board with 3 there.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Back to Tatum. On the wing, Williams. Pass to Smart. Over Williams. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Misses the layup.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
And Cantor throws it down.
Great body control for the big man. You love how Cantor can take the hit and still score.
Outside Jackson. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Here's Williams. It's deflected. And now with the fast break, Smart with the ball. And yes, it's good. And now a 9-point Boston lead.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Shaman kicks to Jackson. Here's Morris. No good on that one. Good D by Williams. Here's Tatum. The kick out to Williams. In the corner, Smart with it. Moves back up. And the layup is good. And the Celtics lead by 11.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And here's Green outside. And the Clippers miss again. The Celtics have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. And here's Tatum for 3. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Wanamaker's got the lead up to 13 now for Boston.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tipping.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? And he gets it back. That one touched the backboard first, and it's ruled a goaltend. Count it.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Kawhi Leonard is checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Williams. Jaylen Brown's checked in for the Celtics. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
Here's George. Rebound by Williams. Here's Hayward.
And can you not love the tenacity of...
And so it's Boston holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. It was all Jason Tatum in the first quarter. He had 9 points, 4 rebounds, and 1. Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum getting it done today.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. Brown and Hayward, they're the wings. Tatum out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Walker in at the point guard.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Pass to Beverly. Walker with some nice D.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And Brent, as you know, there aren't many players that can set a tone for a team, but Patrick Beverly is one of them.
And Patrick Beverly always embraces that role about setting the tone defensively on an opposing team's point guard, making sure that tonight, if you're going to beat the team that Pat Beverly plays on, you're going to have to go through them.
Brent, when you look back on all the stars you played against during your career, who was the biggest intimidator?
Well, I think about intimidating players, and the first word that comes to mind is Anthony Mason. I know he wasn't a bona fide star player, but
right.
You know the role that he had for the teams that he played with, and Anthony Mason was a player you did not want to be playing against. During my era, most of the years that I had some successes and minutes on the floor, it was certainly Kevin Garnett. The way that KG approached every game, and we spent many seasons watching him very closely. From year 1 to year 18 or 19, KG came at you every game, every night with the same kind of zest and excitement to compete.
Well put.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Tatum passes to Brown. Comes up empty down low.
1 of 5 here, Kevin, to start the half. Their offense looks like it's shrinking right now.
And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
Walker. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Morris with the bucket.
Yes, but they one drops after the 0 of 3 start.
The kick out to Tatum. Back to Tice. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
A young guy with maturity, awareness, and a feel for the game. Tatum is special.
And George, here we go.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Pass to Brown. He can't get that one to fall. The Clippers go the other way with it. Their next game, playing at home, is the Nets coming to town. And that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home.
Kawhi Leonard has worked so hard on his shooting to become more consistent, specifically the 3-point shot.
It's almost hard to believe that somebody can throw it down like that.
It's a small club, right, Greg? I mean, it's a pretty small club, that's
very
for sure.
Exclusive.
He can really rise up.
And the defense knows this. Somebody has to come over to contest.
Tatum on the wing. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Yeah, you gotta really do a better job on Tatum once he gets on the way up. Excellent at fighting his way through the defense there and still able to convert.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Green, he's checked in for Zubac. Landry Shamet comes in for Marcus Morris. Lou Williams is checked in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. And a new group in for the Celtics. Robert Williams, he's checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Gordon Hayward. Smart's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker.
Shifty, elusive offensively. Tatum's scoring potential is through the roof.
To the wing right side. Wanamaker the pass to Williams. The Celtics working the ball around now. Tatum, that's for 2. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. A decent amount of time left as they try to find a way back into it.
Yeah, but it will be soon if they don't start cutting into this deficit.
Leonard the pass to Shamet. And here's Green outside. Rebound by Williams. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Boston Celtics. Smart dishes to Tatum. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Tatum's got the lead up to 14 now for the Celtics.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint. And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
And now the Clippers on the break. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And the pass to Shamet. No good on the triple. Boston leading by 12. A nice shot by Tatum. Tatum's got 18 points in the game.
Yeah, and I love how strong Tatum is finishing through the contact there. He's shown a real toughness in terms of when he gets in attack mode.
There's Shamet. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Boston with a 14-point. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. Landry Shamet is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And there's Jackson. Then it's Williams. And it's Green in at the 5. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Boston's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Here's Tatum. On his 15th shot attempt, he makes his 9th basket, shooting a healthy 60% tonight.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Williams kicks to Leonard. Over Williams. That shot missing. Now the Celtics take it the other way. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
And Tatum with a clear path to the hoop. Bucket is good. Tatum's got 24.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
And slam dunk by Tatum.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
All night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
Jackson with it. Now guarded by Tatum. There's Green with the three. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Here's Green. The shot from the low post is good.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by Boston.
Cantor, the pass to Williams. Cantor dishes to Williams. Here's Walker. Green with the rebound. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Leonard with no one around. Off target from three-point range. Tatum against Jackson. The kick out to Walker. To the left wing. Tries again. Again, the miss by Walker.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
And it's Leonard missing. Boston leading by 22. Walker in the post. Jackson on him, and the layup is good. Walker's got 10 points in just the second half. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Steady strides in Kawhi Leonard being more and more comfortable as the go-to scorer for this team.
Smart deciding where to go with it. Brandon, this next question culture we're in, what comments do you want to hear from players who have just lost the game and facing disappointment?
I like the humility aspect of this question, Kevin, and the thing that I listen to most from players who get it, they'll compliment their opponent first. Something had to happen where the opponent did something enough to beat you on that night. So you don't say that we did all these things. Give the opponent credit first. Secondly, players who shoulder a massive amount of responsibility, they'll say that they could have played better first. And that takes and deflects everything away from their teammates. And then they'll talk about what they're looking forward to most, and their challenge is we'll get better tomorrow. We'll get better next game. And that they know there's room to grow. Those 3 things are pretty impactful.
Well said. They get it back. The kick out to Walker. Right side, Williams. Back to Walker. The Celtics working the ball around now. Down low. Boston needs to get off a shot. And that's an air ball. Not even close. Williams with a clean look. They get the rebound. And Leonard stays with it.
Yeah, the claw using those broad shoulders and those hands, snatching that one down and wasting no time going back up.
To the middle. And Cantor throws it down.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Leonard kicks to Jackson, and it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
Substitution on the court.
12 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Pass to Ogilvy. Outside, Green. From deep. Offline.
Nice job, Magruder, just getting in.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Griffin.
shot up, I don't miss offense. No look, I had to boss up, get the post.
Coming right up, the Trailblazers taking on the Celtics. For the Trailblazers, they've won just 4 games out of their last.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome, fans. As we get a break in the action, now let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. You look at Boston. Unless they completely melt down, they should be in good position for a playoff run.
And you know, for the Celtics, they've had a dream season. And I think they're only going to get stronger as we approach the postseason.
You know, and that's something we see a lot from teams that come out of the blue like they have this season. Their confidence just grows and grows with each passing week, and they hit the playoffs riding high.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Tice in at the 5 down low. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3 spot. You can see it, Doris, with some of these good teams trying to build momentum as we get closer to the postseason.
You seem to know and understand which teams are good on both sides of the basketball. Are they top 5 efficiency, offense and defense? And as you know, Kevin, if there's a player with a hot hand, that can really make a difference in round 1.
Absolutely. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
And that's where you want to make the next pass. This guy is a good scorer, but the defense was right on him.
Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And you know this, Greg. He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
And Brown over to help. Collins passes to Nurkic. Collins dishes to McCollum. Just 5 to shoot. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Boy, 4 for 4 to get things started. Must have been a good shoot-around this morning.
Walker finds Tatum. Shoots over Nurkic. The putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
It's McCollum with the drive. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2.
Ooh, couldn't quite get that one. 4 for 5.
And you look at Jason Tatum able to play either forward position. Doris, do you think his future is at the 3 or at the 4?
I think he is interchangeable at either position because his scoring can be devastating. For Jason Tatum, it's really a matter of making sure he continues to gain strength, continue to be a force and factor on the defensive end, and probably enhance his footwork around the rim a little bit.
Whiteside's checked in for Portland. The Celtics also changing it up. Enes Kanter comes in for Daniel Tice. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Brown. Portland moving the ball around. Lillard against Walker. And the basket by Lillard.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area. But sometimes, even then, that's not enough.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Here's Hayward. Outside, Smart. Pulls up. Rebound by the Trailblazers. They're looking for a little bit of redemption in this one after the loss to them here last time.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
They were forced into tons of sloppy play, and I think they'll be looking to be more composed tonight.
From deep, Walker. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Okay, Gordon Hayward, we know you're an all-star level talent as a scorer. Now you're just showing off with that pass.
Whiteside kicks to Lillard. And Lillard gets double-teamed. The wide-open look here for Anthony. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Anthony's got 5 now.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And Hayward gets it to go.
We know this about Gordon Hayward. He can score from 3, he can get to the mid-range, and he can score if you allow him that kind of interior position.
McCollum outside. Walker against Lillard. And Cancer pulls it down. A chance at a 2 for 1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
And slam dunk by Tatum.
Wow, how about the long arms and the timing of Jason Tatum on the alley-oop? Nice.
Lillard attacking. Portland again missing.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Here's Collins. Takes it off the glass.
And you see the leadership of Lillard in that sequence, keeping everyone involved, not looking to do it all himself, but creating for his teammate.
That's his first personal foul. Substitution.
5 seconds left in the first quarter.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
Hezonja at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little, and it's Simons in at the point guard. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. Hezonja on the wing. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Boy, Greg, neither team willing to give an inch and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
No one near Whiteside as he lets it go. And a miss there on the triple. And it's Williams with the ball for Boston. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's McCollum, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And you talk about shot makers, C.J. McCollum, one of the best in the game. From mid-range, you could argue he's the best, flat out.
And you look at the shot chart for McCollum. He's a threat from everywhere.
Able to hit off the bounce, pulling up. At his height, he's got to be creative, making space for his shot.
Tatum's shot is off. Looking at Portland, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Grizzlies. McCollum, no good.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Out to the wing. Here's Wanamaker. Brown with it. Now Anthony defending. 6 to shoot. Tatum against Anthony. Williams. Great positioning on the putback. Williams has got the lead up to 2 now for the Celtics.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Here's Nurkic. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 3 assists now in this one.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
It's Brown with the drive.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break over Anthony.
Don't you love how physical Jaylen Brown is? This guy is not afraid to draw contact.
And you look at Jaylen Brown, the 3rd pick back in 2016. Doris, tantalizing strength and athleticism.
Well, the absolute definition of a perfect basketball body. Excellent first step. For him, it's all about aggressiveness, bringing those tools to bear in terms of your basketball skill.
Little, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And then for Boston, Daniel Tice is checked in for Williams. And Walker subbed in for Tatum.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
For Boston, they have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Trent's checked in. Enes Kanter's checked in for the Celtics. Hayward comes in for Brad Wanamaker. There's the lob to Brown. There's 1:47 left here in the second. It'll go. The Boston lead is cut to just 1 in the basket from Trent.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
Hayward dishes to Walker. Brown right side. Back to Walker. Brown feeling out a bit. There's the triple. No good on the shot. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. And taken away by Brown. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Hayward kicks to Tice. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Hayward's got 3 assists tonight.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Nurkic the pass to Trent. The shot from 20 feet away. It's rebounded by Tice.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
Trailblazers trail by 3. The drive by Nurkic. Little kicks to Anthony. Down low. Pass to Trent. Out left to the wing. From the arc. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
You know, a guy with that size from the downtown three-point area, no chance for a defender to alter that shot.
Here's Tice. Rebound by Anthony. Anthony's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Nurkic finds McCollum. Over Hayward. And it's Little finishing it off. And the Trailblazers lead by 2. With 1 on the clock.
To me, Kevin, Gordon Hayward has come so far in his physical and mental toughness, and he refuses to be denied by physical defense. I love that.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Up in time. The shot, no good. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Celtics out in front, leading by just 1. And a chance now to set.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, it's a hard game so far. Going into the second half, what we...
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. It was all Jason Tatum in the first quarter. He had 13 points and 2 rebounds. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
Well, one place they had the edge was on the offensive board.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. And you know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
Oh, his power is unbelievable. An intimidating force when he's at his best.
On the court right now for the Celtics. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the center, locking down the middle. As you and I were just talking about this, as more and more players are going public with their trade requests, do you think that's had a negative impact on the game?
Well, Kevin, I certainly think it makes long-term planning for NBA franchises a lot more difficult because contractually we are not seeing them hold true to the particular organization they may have signed that contract with. The reality is this in today's NBA. You've got to be nimble as an organization, and you have got to be attractive to them. And I mean that with great ownership, great leadership, and who are the players currently in your system. You have got to be incredibly nimble to be successful in today's NBA.
I think you're right on. And so it's Walker with it who brings it up for Boston. A 2-point game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Walker. He has 5. Left side, Brown. Yep, that one goes in there.
Well, this is what they love seeing from Jaylen Brown. The aggressiveness down near the cup. This guy's attitude, tremendous.
Stolen by Walker. To the inside. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession. And let's go to our leaderboard. Instant offense is the specialty of these guys. The highest scoring shooting guards of the past month. 4th, C.J. McCollum.
And this is the cream of the crop at the 2-guard spot. I mean, strictly in terms of their scoring ability and the ease with which they can overwhelm would-be defenders.
You know, and that's why it often requires more than one man to defend against any of them. These players draw more double teams than any group in the league, and they still are able to put up points at a devastating rate.
Here's Walker. The putback. The kick out to Tatum. Passes it to Hayward. Celtics passing it around. 6 on the shot clock. Tries yet again. They get it back. Tatum against Anthony. No good. Not a friendly rim at all. This trip down. And it's McCollum off the drive. The layup missed. And here is Brown. 9 points in the game so far for the tie. And McCollum with the layup. McCollum's got 4 this quarter.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
In the city of Boston, 12 championships since 2000, 6 in football, 4 in baseball, and 1 apiece in hockey and basketball.
Greg, you'd have to say Boston has become the sports capital of the country. The fans are knowledgeable, they're passionate, and they are justifiably proud.
Pass to Collins. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Collins has got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers. And it's Walker penetrating. Knocked loose. Nurkic with the steal. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Lillard the pass to Nurkic. Outside Anthony. He kicks to Lillard. For the lead, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And a look now at the Celtics' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards. Then on Sunday, They'll begin a road trip starting in Chicago against the Bulls.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You've got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
And the shot is good. Brown's got 11 points.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket. And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
The pass to Smart, and it's blocked by Whiteside. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Whiteside. Brown outside. Portland grabs the miss. 1:10 left in the third.
And it's been talked about for some time, but last summer the Heat finally decided to pull the trigger on Hassan Whiteside. Traded to Portland for Leonard and Harkless. Whiteside and the Heat had soured on each other in the trade. A chance for both sides to have a fresh start.
And Lillard gets double teamed. Whiteside dishes to Lillard. 46 seconds left here in the third quarter. Collins, good.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
It's Brown on the wing. He's got 11. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Celtics lead by 2.
Yeah, hard trying to keep Williams off the boards. He makes it a mission to keep possessions alive.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Lillard with the bucket.
How about Lillard just being aggressive here on offense? He can heat up quickly, just super efficient, and a high IQ score.
Brown, good.
Assisted by Marcus Smart.
Lillard way outside. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Celtics lead by 2. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter, what is still anybody's ball game. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the court for the Trailblazers, Hezonja at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little, and it's Trent in at the 2-guard spot. And so Wanamaker will bring it up for the Celtics. The lead is 2. Cantor, and Whiteside sends it back. And here comes the break. Here's Hezonja, and finished off by Hezonja.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
And it's blocked by Whiteside. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Brown outside. The kick out to Williams. Boston needs to get off a shot. Pocket 2. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. It's Hezonja in the corner. Williams with the steal. And Smart with a clear path to the hoop. All going up court. And Wanamaker gets it to go.
Boy, I love seeing Cantor distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
Here's Simons, guarded by Smart. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Simons, the pass to Hazanya. Here's Simons. He's covered by Brown. Here's Hazanya. And finish off by Hazanya.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Wanamaker. The kick out to Brown. Plenty of space. And it's Portland with the rebound. Whiteside's got 5 rebounds tonight. Hazanya with the ball. Out-guarded by Smart. And he gets it to go.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Brown outside. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Brown drives in, and Brown throws it down.
Boy, how impressive is the quickness Jaylen Brown possesses. This guy sprints hard toward the cup on every drive.
And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That's foul number 2 for him. So Portland ends up going with the new group. So Boston going with almost an entire new group. Daniel Tice is checked in for Enes Kanter. Tatum comes in for Williams. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Brown. And it's Kemba Walker in for Brad Wanamaker. And Lillard gets double-teamed. Anthony against Hayward. Back to Lillard. McCollum outside. And Lillard kicks to McCollum.
Well, that's outstanding footwork from Smart on the defensive end. A superb job staying with his man.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Tatum passes to Tice. Tatum on the wing. He's guarded by Collins. And Tatum the bucket on the assist from Smart. Smart's got 4 assists now tonight.
Jason Tatum under duress. Big moment, no problem.
It's stolen by Tice. One-on-one fast break. Floats it up for Walker. And stolen by Lillard. Here's Collins. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
Nurkic dishes to Carmelo. And there's the feed to Collins. McCollum kicks to Lillard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside, it just doesn't matter.
And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him. That sends Jason Tatum to the free throw line. That one's on Anthony, and that one falls for Tatum.
Well, consistency is so critical, especially in clutch moments. This guy has got that gene.
And the basket by McCollum. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
And since halftime, this has become an intense ballgame.
They are getting after it hard. It has become a real battle out there.
Hayward passes to Tatum, taken away by Anthony. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. It falls!
And that was not an opportunity Lillard was going to let pass by. Getting down the floor in an instant and finishing on the break.
Up high to stop the alley-oop.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. To the paint, here's Collins. Tatum against McCollum. Pass to Lillard. He feeds it to Collins. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. It's in!
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Out to the right wing. A shot by Lillard, wide open. Buries it from 3-point range.
Awesome form on the triple. Lillard with textbook technique.
And so it's Portland winning this one. Even ooh. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
We've been talking so much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
We've had so much fun connecting with you all over this past season.
So as we put NBA 2K20 to a close, we take a look.
It's just about game time. The Blazers never looked more. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Morris.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. And it's Anthony in at the 3 spot. And for the Clippers, they've got Ivica Zubac. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Morris in at the 4. The shot by George, wide open. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Should be an exciting game tonight. A lot of fireworks. Talk about some offensive trends, Chris, that have really changed the game since you played.
Well, one trend is the fact that the big fella can step out and shoot a three-pointer. It helps to space the floor, but you got guys that are shooting 30% from 3, but that's an okay shot because of what it does for the rest of the team. And so I would say that. I would say the big fella bringing up the ball and pushing it. But I would really just say pace and shot selection, the evolution of the game where the fact you can shoot so many threes now just allows for different type of cutting, different type of spacing, different type of action. I just love the way that the game and the team game is evolved in the NBA.
More possessions, all of it. You're right.
Yeah.
Collins, good.
This is where you want Collins to get the ball. He's a throwback kind of big man who thrives inside.
Zubac, the pass to Leonard. George, that's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got his second bucket of the night.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Now, Lillard is such a crafty finisher. Even when he takes a pounding, he sticks with it. One of the game's elite scorers and closers, Damian Lillard. With the game on the line, you know what time it is. It's Dame time.
Beverly dishes to Leonard. George passes to Leonard. Morris kicks to Leonard. Passes to Zubac. Clock at 6. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Jusuf Nurkic.
And the soft-spoken Leonard is now an elite talent in this league, an athletic forward who leads by example.
Chris, you talk about degree of difficulty. Damian Lillard takes and makes some incredibly tough shots.
Oh, Kevin, the percentages don't do him justice. I mean, off the dribble, contested, from deep. Lillard is always a threat.
Now here's Lillard. He's coming off a 25-point game against Memphis, and the shot goes in.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Morris into the lane. Zubac the pass to Morris. Wide open look here for Zubac. They get it again.
You really admire how fierce Morris is on the glass. He never gives up on keeping the next possession alive.
Cullen passes to Nurkic. Back to McCollum. 1:53 left to play in the first. Anthony dishes to Lillard. Leonard with the steal. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back. Stolen by McCollum. Floats it up there for Nurkic. Stolen by Zubac. Morris into the lane. Portland grabs the miss. Last time they came together was in Los Angeles, where they fell to the Clippers.
Yeah, and last time out, they sort of shot themselves in the foot with the foul trouble. That was what led to them having such an ugly scoreline.
Oh, yeah, the guys, they need to lead the way. They spend far too much time on the bench. I mean, they'll be more careful now.
Now here's Leonard, following the miss by Carmelo Anthony. Zubac the pass to Morris.
While the shooting of Morris provides his team with is crucial, just a real valuable part of this team.
And the pick and roll tandem of Damian Lillard and Yusuf Nurkic, one of the most unstoppable in our league.
Yeah, Nurkic as a role man, not only a scorer, but also a capable passer, too. He had the second most assists on the team last season. He and Lillard have mastered the nuances of the pick and roll game.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Zubac. Landry Shamet comes in for Leonard. Lou Williams is checked in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverley.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
Out to the right wing. The pass to Hazanya. Here's Trent, covered by Morris. Here the step back. Green with the rebound.
I thought that one was going to go down. The mid-range jumpers. Oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the deep playing soft like that.
It's his first trip to the line.
And he's at 73% this year at the foul line. Adequate, but not spectacular.
He's never rattled at the stripe. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throws.
Whiteside, the pass to Trent. Back to Whiteside. Pass to Trent. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Clippers lead by 3. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Yeah, GA, they were just a more aggressive team. I mean, feeding off this crowd's energy.
On the floor for Portland, Hazonia at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little, and it's Simons in at the point.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Oh, you're right, and I love the opportunistic approach. These kinds of hustle plays can be game changers. And he's not going to pass up that one. And trust me, he shouldn't. He's solid from that in-between.
Trent can't hit. Clippers leading by 3. The kick out to Williams. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Shamet the pass to Jackson. He dishes it to Morris. Nice move. It's deflected. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. Greg, let's take a look at Mr. Little. More power and athleticism at this point than skill, wouldn't you say?
I mean, no doubt. As an amateur, he could rely on the physical gifts to dominate. But in the NBA, you have to be able to shoot and handle with confidence. I think Little will get there because he has a tremendous work ethic.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And it's Shamet missing. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Trailblazers. They trail by 3. Collins kicks to Lillard. Launches a 3. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And now the Clippers on the break. Shamet, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Chris, you look at the grind of a regular season. Adam Silver seems open to fewer games or even fewer minutes per game. What do you think of that?
This is one that I'm not with, Kevin. You know, in my day, you had guys play 82 games. And let's go back to the days of Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain. They were playing in shoes that basically were socks, and they didn't have tape, and they didn't have all the things that we're privy to in the medical industry. So I think we should keep it at 82 games and minutes the same because it keeps a full context of sports where you can talk about Harden versus or Westbrook versus a Big O. It keeps the argument in the same place. I think fewer games, fewer minutes starts to change the dynamics and the expectations of what players can do. I don't mind changing and adding tournaments, letting guys get more rest, but I think the number of games and the minutes of the game has to stay 48 minutes, has to stay 82 games.
Very interesting.
Oh, that's a well-deserved assist. Not every player has the vision to make that feed.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency, but players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. Some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. Shot clock at 6. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
And I just love the aggressiveness from George, just slicing apart the defense with that terrific ability to penetrate.
Anthony, the pass to Nurkic. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Green's got 4 rebounds in this game.
And they continue to control the glass.
So, for the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Landry Shamet. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. Whiteside's checked in for Portland. Mario Hezonja comes in for Collins. Taken away by Anthony. Fast break, here come the Trailblazers. Lillard looking around. That savvy little up fake there. Fooling the D. Lillard's got 4 points this quarter.
Oh, don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
Anthony left side. Pass to McCollum. Lillard against Beverley. Lillard dishes to Whiteside. Kicks it out to McCollum. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Start mid-major. Shout out to all the mid-major colleges. Lehigh University, C.J. McCollum wasn't that blue-chip prospect, but he sure worked his way to the top.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Noah's checked in. And then for the Trailblazers, Little comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Simons in for Lillard. And Leonard gets it to go.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, and it's because of the looks they're getting. Their offense has created some great opportunities.
Little kicks to Whiteside. Passes it to Little. Over Noah. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would...
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They saw their lead grow to a high wall. And that...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So for the Clippers right now, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the small forward position. And it's George missing. Trailblazers trail by 9. And there's the pass to Nurkic. It's Collins with the drive. That's a 2 from Lillard. It's hauled in by Zubac. The Clippers shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. Count it, good. George has got the lead up to 11 now for the Clippers.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverley, just dishing the ball to the wide open man easily.
Lillard with no one around. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Lillard's got 11 points.
Just think what the score would be if it weren't for him. I mean, he's been amazing, but a one-man show isn't going to get you a win in the league.
Out of bounds, Portland takes possession. And here's the upcoming schedule for the Trailblazers. On Sunday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Houston Rockets. And then on Tuesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And looking at the Mavericks matchup, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
Kicks it out to Lillard. His three-pointers off the mark.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Williams. 8 points for Leonard.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Trent passes to Anthony. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. For the Clippers, Landry Shamet comes in for Leonard. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. And a switch here also for Portland. Whiteside's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Collins kicks to Lillard. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Portland no good that time either.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That is his first foul of the game.
And 6 straight playoff appearances for the Blazers under Terry Stotts. Last season making the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, GA, and he was rewarded with a multi-year contract extension. He's done a great job developing their young players while also having them compete at a high level.
JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Zubac.
Nice and steady so far in the second half. They're 3 for 4.
And here's Whiteside. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. It's a 13-point game. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You two players.
And so here's Portland. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. And that one drops for him. Anthony's got his first basket.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Shamet finds Jackson. Nobody near Williams. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
He's not going to get it easier than that. You don't need to double team him, but you can't leave him all alone.
Here's Trent. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Los Angeles leading by 14. To the right side. Back to Anthony. 1:29 left to play here in the third. Trent passes to Collins. Outside Anthony. Releases. It's not going to go for him. So the Clippers will take it the other way.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
1:04 left to play in the third. Green kicks to Shamet. No good from outside. Trailblazers trail by 12. In the corner, it's Whiteside. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Green, the pass to Shamet. Out to Morris. Pass to Shamet. Back to Jackson. Clippers moving the ball around. Outside Williams. Takes the three. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Basket counts. Trent's got his second bucket tonight. Got a piece of it. Morris inside. He's guarded by Collins. On the wing, Jackson. Pass to Shamet. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his third foul of the game. The three from George. Drains the three-pointer. George has got 5 points now this quarter.
And there's never been any question about George's three-point range.
He just goes through stretches where he knocks down the three at a ridiculous rate.
And so it's the Los Angeles. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, at the 2 and the 3, McCollum and Little. Hezonja at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. Over in the corner, Beverly. And here's George. Shot clock at 5. Kicks it out to Leonard. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws. Nasir Little picks one up. Chris, when you look around the league, who do you feel is the most universally liked player in the league?
That's a good one because there's so many players with great stories. How about Derrick Rose? Fighting all those injuries, coming back, having a 50-point game, becoming a leader again there in Minnesota. The youngest MVP ever, watching these ups and downs. Luka Doncic, how about that guy? I mean, that's just from excitement of play. The fact that he's just infused this Dallas team with energy and fun. It's so much fun watching him, and then you got to go with the elder statesman. In other words, we call him the old head where I'm from, and that's Vince Carter. If you don't love Vince Carter, something's wrong with you because he's the line in the sand from Dr. J, Dominique, Jordan, and those dunkers to anything that's happening today. Vince Carter, he's the man.
Passes it to Beverly. Shoots the 3. Rebound by Nurkic. Trailblazers trail by 16. Anthony nowhere around. That 3 off the mark. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Back to McCollum. Kicks it to Lillard. Jacks up a 3. Portland no good that time either. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Clippers. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Clippers leading by 18. Here's Leonard. He kicks it to Beverly. Back to Leonard. Morris outside. Now the pass to George. 5 on the clock. Over McCollum. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Anthony, the pass to Lillard. Now McCollum, defended by Beverly. And there's McCollum. That's good on the assist by Lillard.
Ooh, what body control from McCollum. This guy's just a scorer. He takes on all comers.
Morris dishes to Leonard. Zubats kicks to Beverly. And here's Morris for 3. And the 3 ball is good. And the Clippers lead by 19.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up the score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
Back to Leonard. Releases from 15, and he hits the jump shot. Leonard's got 11 in the second half.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
One of the top 10 shooting guards in the NBA, C.J. McCollum. I mean, you wonder, though, would he be even better lined up as a point guard? I'm not sure. But his defense has been his shortcoming. At 6'3", his size is better suited for the 1.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Magruder kicks it to Noah. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Pass to Patterson. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. It's hauled in by Adams. See, Webb, you think about McCollum as a point guard. His assists have dropped 3 seasons running.
Yeah, Kevin, but that's because his role on this team is to score. I mean, he's so skilled. He can get other guys involved, but you want him putting it in the bucket. Who's a better option than him besides Dame Lillard? On another team, though, with the chance to start at point guard, I wouldn't mind seeing that adjustment.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And Portland with a change here, too. Whiteside's checked in. Pass to Zubac. Now Beverly. Leonard on the wing. For 3. Zubac trying to break loose. The Blazers on offense. Trailing by 19. Beverly against Adams. Passes it to Hoard. Here's Whiteside. Banked in off the glass.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Well, for the Clippers, they can just run out the clock. Beverly the pass to George. Morris outside, and Leonard has it in the corner. Back to Morris. And Leonard has it in the corner. Good.
They made the most of their opportunities looking.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For great.
episode of NBA 2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning. Special episode because we have reached number 200.
Here's Tatum and
Give me a fair.
You play 2K
all the time.
You act.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And now you have an album. Anything you can't do.
We're the land of the...
Good Friday night to you sports fans. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Morris.
And guys, he's regressed a little bit offensively. He hasn't been the same this month as he was earlier in the season. He's lacking the edge that he had, and he needs to change his mindset. Stop sitting back and get into attack mode.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George, and it's Beverly in at the 1. And for Boston, Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Tice in at center, locking down the middle. Brown drives in, and he gets the bucket. Some tough defense in this arena tonight, Smitty. These teams are so good at getting stops.
Yeah, when you have teams that defend this well, you can't beat them off the dribble. The ball and body movement is going to be key tonight.
And so it's the Celtics getting on the board first. Zubac, the pass to Beverly. A 3 from Leonard. It's rebounded by Tice. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Brown missing. For the Celtics, they come into this one following a loss to the Bucks. And he makes that one. And here's Walker. 11 points last game. Brown, right side. Buries it down low. Brown's got his second basket of the night.
And Brown is just a physical beast, especially inside where he gets whatever he wants.
Morris finds George. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. The Celtics have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Tice. Count that one.
And this is why you gave Hayward big money, not just a score in this offense.
Zubac, the pass to Beverly. And here's George for 3. They grab their own miss. It's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Tatum kicks to Tice. The kick out to Brown. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Walker.
Boy, if you're the coach, you hate to see that kind of miscommunication between your guys.
Beverly dishes to Leonard. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Here's a look at some of the players that have exploded in the second half of the season. These are the scoring leaders since the All-Star break. In the third spot, Jason Tatum.
He is making his mark in a big way and with big points. And what amazing athleticism from Brown, putting on a show out there with slams like that.
And he banks in the layup. Brown's got 8 points. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Clippers. They trail by 3. And the wide open shot from Morris. Los Angeles with another miss. For Boston, they've gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Love to see Gordon Hayward shake things up and get busy down inside. The defense really doesn't know what to do when he's down there other than hack him.
So Boston going with almost an entire new group. Cantor checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Tatum. Smart's checked in for Brown. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Jermichael Green, he's checked in for Zubac. Landry Shamet comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Williams, he's checked in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. On the wing, Williams, covered by Morris. Wanamaker the pass to Hayward. Here's Smart. Here's Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
Green, and it's blocked. Williams against Morris. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And nothing is falling for him right now. Hayward outside. That one, no good. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. They come in fresh off the win against the Warriors.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
They knew that the arena would be rocking. And if they could execute well on the offensive end, they knew they could quiet down this hostile crowd.
Robert Williams is checked in for Williams. Morris, no good.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Here's Wanamaker. The basket good off the assist from Hayward.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I'll tell you, this was their strategy coming in. They obviously identified a weakness there inside.
Just 4 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Oh, what a shot! Went in! And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Celtics out in front. They lead by 13. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a very convincing performance from the Celtics so far.
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
Williams is out there with Hayward. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then there's Smart, and it's Wanamaker in at the point. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics.
Using his athleticism in the paint, Lou beats everyone to the punch.
Knocks it loose. Back to Wanamaker. He kicks it to Williams. Kanter, the pass to Smart. Pocket 6, and he drops it in from the low post. Smart's got his second basket of the night.
For a guy who's still working on his range, love to see Smart attacking on the interior.
On the wing, Green. Morris, left side. Green breaking loose. Morris, no good.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
And it goes down 2 points. Smart's got 6.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
It's good.
Good recognition by Lou. Sees a crack in the defense, has the speed to exploit it. Lou Williams has been a weapon off the bench for so long, and he has won Sixth Man of the Year multiple times.
It's Smart with the drive. That one drops for him. 8 points for him.
Shutout in the first quarter. He's heating up now. I like the aggressiveness.
Shamet, another one falls for the Clippers. And for Lou Williams, he is just instant offense when you bring him Smitty into the game.
And a lot of that is just his mindset. Lou Williams, once he's checked in, he is attacking at every given opportunity. Not everyone can be successful off the bench, but Lou Williams has made a career of it.
Morris against Williams. Morris, no good.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Hayward looking around. Lays it up and banks it in. Hayward's got his second basket.
You see, this is where the size of Hayward makes a difference. He's very comfortable working inside.
Here's Green. And Cantor pulls it down. Celtics leading by 19. Here's Wanamaker. He gets it in there. Wanamaker's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Williams dishes to Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
A decisive finish for Reggie Jackson at the rim.
To the left side wing. And Wanamaker gets it to go. Wanamaker's got 13.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
On the wing, Williams. The pass to Green. Jackson drives in. Now Shannon. Jackson has the open look. Misses off the left iron.
Everything worked except for the outcome. You want him to shoot that every time.
And it's Williams with the jam.
You know that 7'5" wingspan, the great hops, that's been there. But Williams' ability to put the ball on the floor and create for himself, that's something new.
Jackson kicks to Morris. Here's Green. And the basket is good.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Hayward passes to Smart. Out to Hayward. Here's Wanamaker. Back to Hayward. Pass to Wanamaker. Goes up to the stripe. Morris with the rebound. Clippers trail by 21. Williams in the post. He's got 7. He gets that one. Morris has got his first 2 points of the night.
And I like the different looks that Morris can give you. Inside, outside, and in transition.
Here's Williams. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And the Celtics lead by 21.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And so it's Boston.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, well, out in front of the half is Boston. They are completely in control of the game. And
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Steve, we're seeing more and more teams turn to high motion offenses with a lot of passing, a lot of movement. What makes those systems, do you think, successful in today's game?
I think when you're in constant movement, especially with the rules where you can't grab and clutch and touch, it makes it hard for the defenders to keep guys in front of them. And it's hard to switch defensively when you have a team always in motion.
Heading underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. Paul George is out there, Patrick Beverly. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubats in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Back to Leonard, over Hayward. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Morris. Morris has got 6 assists now in the game.
Great rhythm on the catch and shoot. Kawhi showing us what's good.
And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles, and it's in there. Morris has got his second bucket of the night.
And they need those kind of plays right now. Smart defense that generates some more.
Hayward outside, Leonard with the steal. And here we go. Beverly heading to the hoop. Finished off the break.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Celtics leading by 13. Brown feeling out a bit. They can't stop the run with that one.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
Outside, Walker from outside the arc. The Celtics keep it going. A new 14-second shot clock for 3. Keeps it alive, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in. Tice has got his second bucket.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
That one goes. Count it. Tatum's got his first points in this one.
And the skills of Brown, not just a super athlete, but a tremendous floor general as well. Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
The Clippers have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Williams, he's checked in for Gordon Hayward.
Yeah, and of course, Marcus with a twin brother, Markeith, went to college together, played in the pros together. You'll have a hard time finding a closer pair of siblings.
Brown kicks to Williams. It's deflected. Out of bounds. Celtics ball as Boston keeps possession.
And let's see some of the numbers here for Paul George. They've gotten some big performances from him since the All-Star break. He's putting up about 17 points, 3 assists, and 4 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Because he gives you someone to build your offense around. You can count on his nightly production.
So he gets them both. A lot of people think, Steve, there are 3 factors necessary to achieving organizational success. Ownership, and ownership. What do you think?
I guess it's ownership, and ownership. I think it also comes down to trust. Trust in anything gets you a chance to be successful.
And Steve, you know, it's just about establishing that culture, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think you got to have an identity, a culture that everybody wants to be a part of.
Leonard with no one around. Hits in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
A multi-talented scorer with range. You want to get Leonard as many touches as possible.
And it looks like, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
There's the dish to Green. 6 to shoot over Williams. Green, no luck.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And here's Tatum for 3. It's hauled in by Zubats, and it's the Clippers' ball. They're on a 17-7 run. And it's Leonard missing. Celtics leading by 11. Here's Brown, and finished off by Brown.
And really, Brown is astonishing when he takes it inside. The defense does not know what to do with him.
Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
George. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And that field goal percentage climbing now above 50%. They look like a different team here in the second half.
Smart's checked in for Boston. Jackson, he's checked in for Los Angeles. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. And that one, good.
And this is where Smart's at his best, being aggressive, going towards the rim.
And George, here we go. And George with the stuff.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Smart dishes to Williams. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the third. Tatum passes to Williams. And oh my, what a slam right at the buzzer!
Yeah, hard trying to keep Williams off the boards. He makes it a mission to keep possessions alive.
And so it's the Buck. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court for the Celtics, Walker and Smart, the guards. Williams is out there with Tatum, and it's Williams at the 5 down low.
They have picked it up offensively here in the second half. Ball movement, getting high percentage shots, you can definitely see a difference.
Tatum kicks to Walker. Celtics passing it around. 6 on the shot clock. Tatum's shot is off.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Daniel Tice is checked in for the Celtics. Gordon Hayward comes in for Williams. And then for Los Angeles, Morris is checked in for Landry Shamet. And it's Williams in for Reggie Jackson. Leonard, no luck. And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for Boston. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Good on the triple.
And, of course, this is Smart's biggest hurdle. Sometimes he looks great shooting the 3. Sometimes, though, it's just the opposite.
Hayward goes in. Walker with it. George picks him up. Tatum passes to Walker. Hayward outside. Back to Walker. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. And now look at Boston's upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards. Then on Sunday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Chicago against the Bulls.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You've got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
Leonard, the pass to Williams. Wide open look here for Zubac. The Clippers rebound, and Williams is right there.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Inside, stolen by Zubac. Williams with the ball. He's picked up by Walker. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Morris. And it's 13 points for Leonard.
Efficient performance from him. Not the case for everyone else on his team.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim. You have to compete at all times. Nice job. Those passes have to be right on the money around the painted area.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money. You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
Boston making a switch here. Brown's checked in. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Lou Williams. Brown outside. No good. This miss, number 4 in 10 shots. Left side, Leonard. And it's blocked by Brown. Morris against Tatum. Dishes to Walker. Passes to Hayward. And here's Tice. Shoots over Zubac. Stolen by Zubac. Leonard, that's for two. Oh, took the contact. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Tice kicks to Tatum. Outside, Walker. In the corner, it's Hayward. Drills it from outside. And the Celtics lead by 14.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
Now here's Beverly. Leonard the pass to Morris. Beverly wide open. From outside off the mark. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Hayward gets it to go.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the play.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. It was a tale of two teams tonight.